Marshmallow Fanboy with another review, this time of the Uncanny X-Men's Iceman from the Marvel Legends Retro series in the Kenner Retro packaging. I know I'm a little late on this. I've already opened a bunch, and, hopefully this will be my last one, as I continually keep saying that I don't collect them. But I had to get this one because I have Firestar and I have Spider-Man. So I had to get Iceman to complete the Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends set. So this is the last figure that I needed. This was, I think, the first wave Iceman came out in, and he was plentiful. I was seeing Iceman everywhere. I just wasn't biting. I wish I had. I had to order it on Amazon, and I ordered it from a third-party seller, and it kind of came munched up. And the only regret with it being munched up is it kind of got the card. It folded a nice crease in the card, which I'm not super happy about. But I got in late, and I'm going to open him anyway, so maybe no harm done. So let's open him up. Let's take a look at him. Let's see how he looks with Firestar and with Spider-Man. Yeah, let's get this open. Okay, now that he's out of the package, let's take a closer look at Iceman. And he looks spectacular next to Firestar and first appearance Spider-Man. And while I can't seem to find him for some reason, I do have the original Spider-Man figure that came out who probably would look just as good as first appearance Spider-Man. But I didn't have him for comparison. But I've already reviewed Firestar and first appearance Spider-Man, who I think are amazing. Pun intended. So let's start with the card, which you can see is clearly bent. Blah. So the Iceman card is very cool. Looks very 90s. Maybe 80s-ish. It looks very X-Factor time framey. I'm going to keep adding wise words until I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know who that artist is, but it's a very nice card, and I'm going to keep that. So let's take a closer look at Iceman. First, of course, all the blue transparent stuff, which is weird because he has these kind of things where his nipples and his belly button are that are sort of like, I don't know what they are. Maybe they're just darker because they were raised and the paint hit them a little bit more. Because there's a little paint on the figure. It's not completely translucent everywhere. With something this small and translucent, I understand why you want to give us an action figure with points of articulation. But it would be nice to have maybe another figure that was completely translucent and didn't have any points of articulation, just a cool pose, maybe even an ice slide. Let's see, his forearms twist. I saw a little, what looked like a little separation there. Yeah, his forearms twist. So let's go through it. Let's see. His head turns probably 360 degrees. I won't try it. Arms go all the way around. He has this swivel in his, gosh, it's lower than his elbow, so that would be his forearm swivel. Does his hands swivel independent? They do not swivel independent. And that is true of both sides. I'm sure it's true of both sides. This side is still stubborn, but there it goes. And he sits like that. And let's see. Knees, no. Does any of this twist at the bottom? No, I'm just twisting the plastic. So, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 points of articulation on Iceman. And Firestar has the swivel there too. Spider-Man does too. So maybe they're upping the articulation in the little ones. Maybe they're finding... Yeah, I guess they can't be upping, because like I said, Iceman was wave 1. So it could be they're just continuing, and maybe there are some cases where, if he's casting an ice slide, he needs to point down. So they're allowing you to do that. But when he's fighting, maybe the fists need to be a little bit sideways and not facing upwards. So maybe that is the reason for that. In any case, as far as little tiny Marvel Legends retro figures go, he's awesome. And he looks great with the other two. So if you're trying to complete a display, these guys are relatively cheap, no matter where you're getting them. Whether you're going to eBay or you're going to Amazon or wherever these are sold. I tried Big Bad Toy Store. I didn't try Entertainment Earth because, you know, for one item they charge a lot of shipping, and so unless you're going to put in a big order, it's kind of not worth one at a time stuff. I couldn't find him on Big Bad Toy Store, and yeah, so he's cool. Like if you're thinking about getting him and you didn't, but you saw Firestar was out and you thought to yourself, I'd really like a Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends set, look to get Spider-Man and look to get Iceman. They're still relatively cheap and they look great with Firestar. So until next time, enjoy your toys.